Warning, the contents of this video is highly opinionated. If you can't handle someone having a different opinion than you, please click off. If you like discussion and don't agree with my take, please leave a comment as to why you disagree with me. Before I begin, do I think that all these companies, especially Nintendo, are relying on ports due to COVID? Yes. It is easy to produce, it's a recognizable, safe option, and there's always going to be new players that get recommended it. It's easy publicity too when you go back to a normal IP. This is why franchises work. We're seeing this so much in Hollywood too. So 2 days ago, I uploaded a highly emotionally charged rant right after the direct ended. It literally got as mixed reviews as possible. And I didn't realize how divided the Nintendo community was on the topic when it comes to ports. The main thing, like I was saying, the word overpriced. People hate that word in this community when it comes to ports and remakes. That word got thrown around all the time with the Mario 3D All-Stars. And I even said in another video when people had talked to me about ports that I think that all the Nintendo ports are overpriced. I believe that there is a Nintendo premium on these IPs, similar to how Disney holds their IPs so close to chest. This is another reason why first-party Nintendo games never go down in value. This makes it inherently more frustrating when the topic always gets thrown around, well, just don't buy it or wait. The thing is, these games never go down in price. You do not have an option. If you want to play these games, you're going to have to pay near full price even 4 years down the line. And after reading many comments from my previous video, I know that literally not even 1% will watch this video because no one ever subscribes. I felt like I was too harsh. But if I could reword this whole rant, and I am kind of still ranting, it's not about Skyward Sword being overpriced. It's just about Nintendo being stupidly anti-consumer. Main defenses for Skyward Sword being $60. Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD pretty much did the same crap and they got away with $60. And I thought those games are overpriced too, and I bought them. I think this game is overpriced too, and I'm gonna buy it. I thought Link's Awakening remake was insanely overpriced, and I still happily bought it because the Zelda franchise is my favorite franchise and it's very important to me. So when saying a game is overpriced, I can understand why that frustrates some people because you're implying that there's actually less value in the game, and a lot of people will happily pay full price or $60 to get Skyward Sword playable on the go or with improved controls, 1080p resolution, and at a smooth 60 frames per second. The value of money is obviously subjective to person, so no one can't say that this game is overpriced to you, as in you did not get the value that you spent your money on. But when you look at the industry, all these ports are insanely overpriced, and Nintendo is the only company that can get away with this. Why? Because we keep buying their games. Why? Because there's literally no other option if you want to play a Nintendo game. Diablo 2 Remastered just got announced, and it's $55 Canadian. What is that American? It's like 40 American. Now, Diablo 2, they made a point as to not change the gameplay at all, but to just modernize the graphics, and the only places that they changed was quality of life changes, like communication, or things like skill points, or like the way that you could just invest in random skills that could ruin your character. If you were to modernize a game, this would be the bare minimum. Skyward Sword to the Switch, changing the control schemes is the bare minimum because it literally wouldn't work on a Switch Lite. I get why people that are excited about this are sick of people saying, well, it's overpriced, because it's kind of crapping on their parade, right? They're excited about something and then we gotta immediately point out the negative. It's just been going on for too long, and especially with the Switch, the majority of people that are complaining are diehard Nintendo fans that have consoles that have a virtual eShop. The Switch not having an eShop, I feel like, was a business decision just so that they can re-release all these things in some shitty Disney Vault-esque manner. Hell, I've even unironically seen people defending Skyward Sword by saying at least it's not a limited release. How the hell did we get to this point? I know I'm probably gonna get tons of hate on this video too if people see it, but what's wrong in asking Nintendo to do better? Hell, even Sunshine getting GameCube controller support didn't happen until we all brought it to people's attention that it makes absolutely no sense, and it's just a lazy oversight. I am excited for Skyward Sword. It's the only 3D Zelda game I haven't beat, and it was mainly due to its controls and pacing. I guess I'm on the internet and I'm a small creator. I should get used to the fact that we can't have just a middle ground conversation. Some people brought up excellent points, like the fact that 60 frames per second was something incredibly hard to do on even emulators. Let me know how you feel about this situation. I'm just kind of sick of things going incredibly polar when it comes to the Nintendo community. People saying that people are brain dead consumers for buying this, or others just constantly bringing up other ports. I've seen people talking about Demon Souls saying, well, this is like 90 bucks. At the end of the day, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. It was my fault for being surprised that Nintendo could do something like this. I keep seeing people bringing up the argument that it's many people's first experience to this game. What? Wouldn't you want it to be more accessible? How does it make sense to up the price wall because it's someone's first experience? Even if you think it's fully justifiable in its price, no other company could get away with it. I'm probably gonna get the Diablo 2 remaster. Well, it's not even a remaster. Should I have to pay $60 or 80 Canadian for that because I never played the original Diablo 2? It's just a weak argument. So in conclusion, going back to this, all these ports, all these Nintendo ports, is it worth the $60? Only the person buying it can say. When I buy these ports, I'm buying them hella begrudging because I want to play the games, but I know that if I want to play them, the only way I can is basically at full price, you know, unless I emulate it. All this garbage is incredibly anti-consumer by Nintendo. And we've seen things like how they handled the pro Smash community, how tightly they hold their IPs close to chest. We don't even need to look to the Smash community. All the mods and takedowns speaks volume on that. I'm just sick of it, and I think a lot of other people are too. I'm sorry if I offended people with my last video. It's more of a frustration with Nintendo in general. But that'll be it for this one. It's still very opinionated, and I'll get back to more just general news topics tomorrow. Y'all just got dumped on. Bye-bye.